20 biggest mistakes that traders make. Please stop changing your strategy. I need you to take 300 practice trades before you go live. But some of you will lose 5 trades in a row and change your strategy. If you do double moving averages, that has to be your thing for 5 years. If you're doing it perfect, has to be your thing. If you're using stochastics and RSI, that has to be your thing. But stop system hopping. It's going to affect your performance. Number 2, not knowing the number of trades you're going to take on a year. Some of you can make millions of dollars if you would take 20 trades on a year or 30 trades on a year and be done. But you take 90 and end up losing. Number 3, record every trade that you take so you can break it down and post analysis. So for those of you who haven't met Rashad built like he still can play for the Knicks, right? So I know when he hooped, he reviewed what he did well. You guys have to review. You guys will take a trade and I'm like, what happened? I don't know. Where did you get in? I don't know. What would you do different? I don't. Go review the damn film. I know it's tough, so wait a day. But after you review, you'll start to have your edges and see where you're going wrong. Number 4, not having the same risk to reward scenario. If you're a terrible trader, do 1 to 50, especially if you're trading something volatile, because you don't need to win that many trades to be able to make money. Number 5, risk mitigation is your superpower. Shout out to my guy, Don. We was talking about this earlier. Defense is offense. I don't care if you can make 300-400%. A lot of you have made 300-400% on them options, and your next 5 trades were negative 300. You're not posting the negative 300 on IG though. Number 5, not using the trading journal. Every trade that you take, you need to know what you did right, what you did wrong. Where did you get in? Where did you get out? Did you follow your system? Number 6, not mastering one method. You have to trade the same way over and over and over again. And then also not understanding the difference between a long-term trade versus a short-term trade. AMC was a hell of a great short-term trade. Terrible company long-term. GameStop, hell of a trade. Probably trade of the year. Terrible long-term investment. Real quick, what's the all-time high for GameStop? If you guys put it in chat. For those of you that trade it, you should know. And where is it now in comparison to that all-time high? Previous to this week. And you got to keep your eyes on the chart, not your P&L. When you're trading, it's really hard when you're up $9,000 to not to look at it. But you need to actually look at the candles to see if the move is still moving in your direction. A lot of times we can look at the chart, take our eyes off, go to P&L, and we get blinded. Not paying attention to the correlations. So all the markets are tied together. They all are. They all have an ebb and a flow. Okay. They're highly correlated. So just because you trade in different instruments does not mean that you're diversified, and it does not mean that they are all moving in the same trend. In March, everything was going to the upside. Gold, bonds, silver's moving to the up. April, the market went to the upside. Something had to break. Now you see the bond market coming down, commodities are slowly coming down, and things are getting back to normal. But you have to understand these correlations, because a lot of you lose your trades just because you're trading in the wrong direction. Stop adding to losing positions. I know some of you want a martingale and add to your loser and hope that it's going to pop up. Guess what? People that use the martingale strategy of doubling down, they usually end up going broke or out of business. For those of you that have read Jesse Livermore's strategy, go see part of the reason why he ended up eventually committing suicide. It was because how he places capital. Don't widen your stop. Take the hit, because the traders, some of the traders in Melvin Capital and this Robinhood trade could have got out with a 10 or 15% loss, and it ballooned out of control by removing those stops. And you don't want to do the same thing. Stop pulling your stop loss to break even. Break even is okay. I'd rather you be up a couple of bucks. But if you lock in profit too fast at break even, you're going to have a lot of trades that you end up scratching, where if you gave them 30 minutes, you would be okay. Not treating trading like a business. That's why I'm like, how many trades are you going to take for the year? Stop ignoring your risk parameters. And you have to know when the algorithms are going to kick in. Another last homework assignment. Go look at the percentage of trades on the GameStop move that went to the upside. How many were algorithms? You'll be shocked. So all the retail traders that were supposedly pushing this up, there were also algos pushing it up for profit and then start shorting it. Shout out to the Big Diesel. I know you guys talked to him earlier this year on a personal finance side. For those of you who can, if you can sacrifice 2 or 3 years of your life and save 75% of your income, my God, you will have one of the biggest breakthroughs ever. Everyone is not meant to be an investor short-term or a trader, but everyone can sacrifice 2 or 3 years to put away a significant amount of money that would benefit your family. And I want to cover real quick fundamentals that matter, depth of research. So I want you to go look, please write this down, the holdings of the top 25 hedge funds. I want you to go look at the positions they've gotten rid of in the last quarter. Number 3, I want you to go see the position size that stock has in their portfolio. So what percentage, and a track record for the last 10 years. If you do those 4 things, you can use some deductive reasoning and be able to win in a market, whether or not you tune into Market Mondays every week. So I appreciate you guys so much. I love you dearly. We'll do some charting later, and hopefully we can go through the Dow 30. I don't want to take up all the time, but I love you guys dearly. I just want to break down what really happened inside of GameStop. Take your emotions out of the trade, because when our emotions are getting involved, we can't think clearly. And while GameStop was being propped up in AMC, some of you guys missed out on the next stocks that were running, and it wasn't silver. So go look for the next ones that could have a catalyst and look there. Anytime that the entire world is talking about one particular stock, it's to liquidate and move that capital somewhere else.
Outstanding performance. My God.
There you have it. You done, bro?
I'm all done.
Oh, okay.
Oh man.
I thought you checked out.
Damn.
Nah, great job, bro.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was a great job, man. First and foremost, thank you for that presentation. Shout out to Chad 85 South. He texted while you was doing this. He was like, "Yo, he's a scientist. He's like a mad scientist with this." He said it in a different words. I'm paraphrasing, but
That was really good.
But I appreciate that, bro. And shout out to everybody out there. Market Mondays is the biggest show in the world. The biggest show on earth, man. 9,100
Breaking news alert
on YouTube. A record, a Market Mondays record every single week. Last week it was 8,000. This week is 9,100. Let's run it up to 10,000.
Yeah.
Biggest investment show on earth.
My graduates from my school being Forbes, bag drop.
Bag drop.
A mic drop, bag drop.
Bag drop.